Many of you might have heard that the police officer that shot and killed Antoine Rose II was acquitted of all charges. Now, this cop actually was sworn in just before he went out on the streets and killed Antoine. And he shot him in the back, unarmed. He was shot 3 times, running away. Well, the lawyer that represented the police officer in court, his law offices were shot up. And I tell you, people are getting tired of looking at these acquittals for really unnecessary murders that these police officers are doing. And this is really the end result of that. And people don't realize we have seen this so often. Folks are fed up. They're tired. If you're not going to punish these cops, then they're going to look for street justice. So let's get into this article that came out March 25th, 2019 in the New York Post. Cop's lawyer's office shot up after acquittal in shooting of unarmed Black teen. This is serious. Y'all can chuckle and laugh in the background when these things happen, but as time goes on and people continue to see the injustices, this stuff is going to get real on the streets. The defense attorney, a former police officer, Michael Roosevelt, who was just acquitted in the shooting death of an unarmed Black teen, had gunshots fired at his Pennsylvania office overnight Friday, hours after his client was found not guilty. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. Police received reports of shots fired at the law offices of Patrick Thomassey shortly after midnight Saturday. And Monroeville, Police Chief Doug Cole told Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, "We found several bullet holes in the building itself, including one in the front window, and there was damage to his office." Cole told the Post-Gazette, adding, 5 to 8 shots were fired based on some of the damage to the building. Now, you're going to always have people saying, oh, well, this is wrong. No, what's wrong is America don't have any morals. Because if America had morals, you would never let anybody get away with pumping bullets into a person's back as they run away, and you let people off for that. So before you dive in here and say this is wrong, where is the morals? See, America don't have morals. You already proved that all throughout history. So if you're not going to do the right thing, you're certainly not going to do the right thing in courtrooms either. You're showing your desperation to always never be wrong at all costs. But no matter how hard you try to do that, you're still wrong. It doesn't matter how many judges let these cops go, you're still wrong. This is not a country full of morals. That's why this stuff keeps happening. The shooting came during a night of protests following Friday's verdict that acquitted Roosevelt on all charges in the murder of Antoine Rose II. Roosevelt shot Rose, a 17-year-old Pittsburgh area high school student, after pulling over an unlicensed taxi cab in which Rose was in the front passenger seat. Okay, so how do you figure he might have known that this taxi was unlicensed? The 17-year-old, he probably had no idea. The car was suspected to have been used in a drive-by shooting minutes before. Rose, who was unarmed, was shot 3 times as he attempted to flee the scene. Yeah, he probably didn't even know what was going on. Last week, Zywan Hester, an 18-year-old who was in the back seat of the unlicensed cab, told the judge in his case that he, not Rose, was responsible for the drive-by shooting. Ain't that ironic? The one that was not involved in anything, the cop shot him to death. The other person that was with him in the car that was responsible, he let him live. Now that's some shitty ass policing right there. Okay. He pleaded guilty to aggravated assault and firearms violations, NBC reported. This case had nothing to do with race. Oh, come on, y'all. Get off of that. Get off of that. You don't shoot up white guys like this. Now, y'all can keep talking, oh, this happens to us. No, it doesn't. Because if it did happen to you all the time, we would see the stories. How come we don't see videos on these stories? And then when I say this, then you go grab some unrelated story that has nothing to do with this one and try to make this false equivalence. That's all you try to do. Okay. Some people in the city made it that way. The verdict, and people are fed up. People are fed up with these lawyers. They're fed up with the entire criminal system that's ran in this country because it's rigged. It's rigged. And you know what? You can go back to the slave codes where they have in there that Black people are not allowed to testify in court, and all kinds of things in there that says we can't even sue and all this other stuff. So they had it rigged from day one. Despite the shooting at Thomassey's law firm, the Pittsburgh Public Safety Department said on Twitter that the demonstrations were peaceful. In a statement to NBC News, Cole said, certainly we believe that this is in response to the Roosevelt trial, and certainly it's not something that's warranted here in any community. Oh no, don't go to whining about this law office, but you won't do anything about a cop that unjustly shot a child in the back 3 times. So this is why, no, I'm not going to help you whine about this. Community frustrations are there because these cops are running amok all over this country, and they are allowed to shoot you if you are a man, woman, or child. Even if you are no threat whatsoever, America gives their nod for these cops to shoot you any way they want. And that's exactly what they do out here across the country. This shooting of the law firm, as far as I'm concerned, is an extremely mild form of retaliation. Things are changing, y'all. Attitudes are changing. What's dangerous out here are people that feel like they have nothing to lose. That's a person you are going to have to deeply fear. But this is just typical law enforcement and court proceedings in America, ladies and gentlemen. This is typical. But please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.